Hi again, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey. My assignment right now is talking with Billy Self. He is with 7 Mile Bluegrass. Good to see you here.
Hey, good to see you, Dan. It's been a long time.
It has been a few years since we've had an actual sit-down and talk. So we're going to do that and talk about his event coming up in Circleville. We'll explain in just a moment. But first, these words from Adena Health.
Mark came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc. Minimally invasive spinal surgery got him back to what matters most. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
It is the 7 Mile Bluegrass Festival 2024, and you've held it closer to your hometown area the last few years, but you're going to Circleville this time to the Pickaway Agricultural Events Center.
Yeah, yep. We outgrew the last place we was at, and a lot of handicapped people were coming, and we just outgrowed it, and we just couldn't accommodate what was happening out there. So we looked everywhere around to try to find a place, and we kept going back to Circleville. Everything kept going back to Circleville, and we even tried the Ross County Fair. We was really going to try to have it right here in town, just couldn't get the dates to line up what we wanted, so. Yeah, Circleville's going to have our new festival over there.
And when you have 20 bands involved, that's a lot of moving parts, and you need to have something where it would be a nice, consistent 3 days you can have the festival.
Yep. So they got that brand new amphitheater that's been sitting over there. Since we started ours, they actually scraped that whole place and rebuilt. And I was like, what are they building down there? So it was a few years into doing our festival. We actually got hired to do a show over there, 7 Mile did, and I loved that stage. I said, wow, this thing is massive. I said, it is really big. So anyways, and seeing it just sitting there and nobody really uses it for an actual festival, I figured, we'll talk to them, and it worked out, and everybody in Circleville has welcomed us, and there's so many great sponsors it's already picked up over there, and it's going to be nice. We've got some really good MCs that's been with us for a couple years, and everything flows really smooth the way you want it to do. So it's family friendly. You can bring your pet, just pick up after and keep them on a leash. Camping, 200 campsites. I never had that. We had generators running 24 hours a day, and I said, this would be nice. And then plus if there was ever a fire at the old location, it rained, the fire department couldn't get back in there. At least we got pavement where they can actually pull up, and heaven forbid it ever happened, but we have some better stuff for people.
Right.
So
you've gone from Woodstock to now something that's a nice built facility.
Correct. It is clean, and we got everything over there we need for people. So yeah.
And I can't remember how many they can seat in that amphitheater, but it looks like about 1,500.
I did not ask. I'm going to find out. I kind of hope everybody, if you come, bring a lawn chair. There's concrete pads there, but I imagine it's going to get too hot to sit on. Yeah. But there's grass behind it. Bring you a lawn chair and sit in that seat there so you're comfortable. You're not getting hot on the concrete. But I did talk to him. We're going to try. I don't know if we can get it done, but we're talking about putting like a netting eventually, if we can keep it there, which we're wanting to. Put like a baseball netting over top, like the tiny web, and it kind of shade it up there and allow air to come through. But some ideas. I mean, who knows what this is going to turn out. So.
Well, when they built this facility, it was along the lines, and we're talking about basically the Pickaway County Fairgrounds. But when they built that, they have learned and have modified as they've gone along. And when they do new things like this, they learn something new.
Yeah.
So, heck, they had President Trump there.
Yeah, they sure did. They sure
and they
did.
can handle the crowd. There's no question there. But you mentioned to me that even if you run into rain, you've got an alternate location right there at the Horse Pavilion.
Yeah, we're going to put it right inside. We actually got a new stage that we can set up in a few minutes, and we got lights and sound and everything. So we're going to make it a rain or shine. Before, when it rained, we had to shut all the music off. All the sound had to go down. Everybody ran to their cars. This time they can go inside the building, bring their chair right over there and sit right in there and watch the show. Yeah. And everybody gets to enjoy the show. Don't have to quit. I want to keep it going as much as we can. Sure. And those bands are traveling a long ways, and I hate to see them not be able to go out and perform. So that's a lot of these guys, these bands, this is their living. So, we want to take care of them as well. So And then people are really there to see them as well too. But it is for the veterans. So there's a long story why this thing got started. And me and my brother used our own personal money to fund this thing for a long time. We didn't have all the money. And if we came up short, we would pay for it out of our pocket. So, 6 cans of food. You can bring 6 toothpastes, 6 toilet papers, anything that a homeless veteran can use. Just think about that. Anything you could use that won't spoil. Don't bring me ice cream or meat, something like that. But anyways, Randy Post is involved. You know Randy, don't you? He's involved. He'll be over there with his crew collecting the food and stuff like that. I just talked to him earlier this morning, so he's very excited about having it again, you know. And he says it's a nicer place. I even see their VIP, or not VIP, their workers were working under a little tent out by the entrance. And when the winds would blow, it'd blow it over. They was stuck. I felt so bad. You know, I can't be in 5 places at once. I didn't know this was happening. But we got a building over there. It's a concession stand, and it's got air conditioning. They can open up the window. People can bring the food and items through. They can check the dates on it. Gives them time, and it won't be hot, and then they can put it in the truck. So we're just doing our best to make everybody's life a lot easier instead of working harder. We're trying to work smarter. So that's what we're doing.
That's right. So, the 7 Mile Bluegrass Festival, this is going on in Circleville. The 2024 version begins July 25th, so that's Thursday, and Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
25th, 26th, and 27th.
25th, 26th, 27th, correct.
About what time does everything start?
The music is going to start at 4 o'clock on Thursday, and it will run till 11 o'clock at night. Friday and Saturday, it'll be from 11 to 11. Okay, so you'll know when it's happening. We usually have somebody come up and do prayer every morning, and then right after that, we do a national anthem. Somebody sings it for us, and then we will go right into the music. That's something we started with and we've continued with.
Yeah,
so,
may as well.
Yeah.
That patriotic pride and with helping the homeless veterans, it's a perfect match.
And then people love it the way we do it. So and then we the TAPS will come in on Saturday. They'll do a march to the stage, and then every day I have 3 guitars to give away. I got 3 Martin guitars this year. And North Coast Lift Truck donated those, and we're going to take them and we're going to pick those, call the veterans to the stage, each branch, and it's a live draw. And we pull a ticket. Me and my brother will give them a ticket and drop the one bucket, and we shake them up, and then they'll win a guitar. If they don't win that, there's probably going to be some other items. I've got a $600 or $6,500 worth of items just donated to me, just to give, or not. We're going to be in a raffle, but we got other items that we was going to put in a raffle. Those may be given to veterans now. Yeah. So everybody's contributing to everything, and we're blessed. God's touched this thing from day one, and I can't be more happier than anything. You know, you just don't believe this is first year. We was thinking 25 people. We had a lot of people. There's over 1,000 people that attended the 2 days. Yeah. And then, you know, we went 2 days for a while, then we added the 3rd day. So we never know. We might go to a 4th day eventually. I don't know. So
a lot of festivals are doing that.
Yes. Well, we got showers now and restrooms we didn't have.
Right.
And after the 3rd day, I didn't want to be around you. It was like, okay, you got water in your camper, you know, but I was just kidding about that. No, it was just, you know, it was hot. You wanted to take a shower, you got hot, you know. And you know, people are working their tails off. Even my volunteers was working hard, you know. So this is great to have a nice shower room. There's, I think, 5 or 6 showers in the men's, and maybe I think it was 8. I can't remember in the women's.
And if that doesn't work out, the swine barn has a nice area to walk.
Oh yeah, get a garden hose on yourself at least, or go out and get a garden hose. But we didn't have any fresh water out there at the other place at all. So it's
be a big difference for you,
yes.
Certainly. Tell me about 7 Mile Bluegrass, how things have evolved for you. The first time I think you and I talked might have been about 12 years ago.
It's been a long time.
And so we had John on the radio show getting ready for Rock for Tots. You boys came in, performed for us, which is really cool. We appreciated that.
That was neat.
And perhaps we can do that again someday.
Yeah.
And I have apologized to Billy before because for the last 2 years, I've been wanting to get you in to talk about it on Litter Media. Yeah. But every time I think about it, it's too late.
Right.
Or it's already happened. So we finally got you in here, and we appreciate that.
I appreciate you because that was fun. The band I got today ain't the same band you.
That's what I was wondering.
You've seen some changes, and the bands ain't the same. A couple of them have passed away, and some of them have moved on to other bands. And I've got a really great band. I'm excited. We had a number 5 come out and was out there for, just watching this one song, it just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And it stayed there steady at another spot, then they'd climb and they hit a 5. I was like, wow, what?
Yeah. I had a conversation with Jerry Salley here a couple of weeks ago about when he first heard one of his songs on the radio. And you can find that, it's on our YouTube channel. But what was it like for you to see, first he hit the chart?
Yeah, that was
then you start to climb the chart.
Right. I didn't know what to think. I'm like, I can't believe this is really happening. You know what I mean? And the band, we'd message each other, look, and we'd screenshot something, send it back.
Yeah.
And like, this is real. I said, yeah, this is a real deal. This is something that's going on. This is nuts. So anyways, we all, to this day, we're ready to do another CD. I've got another CD I wrote, and we just got to go in the studio and do another CD. So I'm excited. You never know when you're going to have something like that hit. So
some of these other bands that'll be here, have they had similar instances?
I don't know. I don't ask them. They're friends of mine, but I don't get into their personal life on there. Yeah. But there's some great bands on there that's had number 1s. Graskels has had number 1s. The Williamson Branch band you see right there, they've had number 1s. I think they've been up on charts quite a bit. So these are traveling bands that come and go. So. You don't get to see them very much. You talk to them on the phone, and they got to move on because they're getting paid. That's their job, so their livelihood.
They got another show to go to.
Yes. Well, Little Roy and Lizzie, they wanted to do an hour-and-a-half show, and so we did it on Saturday so they can get in the bus and take off to the next one.
Gotcha.
So they won't hang out very long, but that hour-and-a-half show will. They're professionals.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Little Roy?
I've not.
Oh, that guy's so funny. He gets he's different hats, and he runs between his legs on the stage while the music's going, and you'll have to watch. It's one of the funnest shows you'll ever see.
Oh, that's right.
Guy is in his 80s.
Oh, goodness.
And he acts like a 12-year-old on stage. So Little Roy's great. 7 Miles changed, and I'm happy with what we got. We got Shirley on the fiddle and Roy Payton on banjo now. Got Tyler Payton, his son, on bass, upright bass, and then Scotty Atkins on mandolin, and he also does lead. And then there's me. So I think it was 2004, 5, something like that. I started playing in church with Barry Zermley, and then over those years, the band just grew, and every band, if you ever pay attention, bands change all the time. Yeah. Families, it's hard to keep a band together. And if you got a good, strong band, they'll stay together, But these guys are like family right now, so there's no arguments.
I think I have mentioned this before, but when I was a kid, I got to go listen to bluegrass music down at Renfro Valley. Did not want to go, but my dad was big on bluegrass, so we would go, and it started growing on me. When Dad passed away, it found a spot in my heart. Now on my Sirius XM, I've got the Bluegrass channel and everything, so I'll flip over there every once in a while. And like I say, with Jerry Salley, it's cool to know somebody who has written a lot of those songs that people play.
And the other thing about it is when you see some bands, and, I try to tell them, if they're reading off sheet music, their heart ain't into that song.
Yeah.
If they put it here, a guy one time I was at a show, and I was reading music, on a stand, and after the show, he grabbed and just shredded it. I'm like, oh, man, I can't believe you did that. How am I supposed to finish? He goes, well, the show's over with. But he says, till you learn them, I don't want to play with you no more. He said, if you ever written a song, then you'll understand what those words are, and you'll put feeling behind it.
Right.
And, I was so mad, and I thought about it, because I had just wrote a song. I said, well, what would happen if somebody else did that to me, was trying to sing it like they was reading it? And I learned all that. And I started writing my own music, and that's when I started doing a lot of writing, a lot of hard writing. And it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, when you see them bands, it's like, you know who's still learning and who's still not, you know, and you don't criticize any band at all. But the bands we got are really, I study them, top-notch bands. They're going to come in and give you a good show, and they're doing it for a good cause. They all get paid. No band plays for free. I'll tell you that right now. It's the sponsors help us a bunch, and that's where a lot of our money goes, is to pay for those bands. And we want to thank the Pickaway Ag and Event Center for giving us a reasonable price on using the place over there and working with us and stuff, because everything is not going to be free out here in this world. Yeah. All we're asking for is the food to get in the gate. Other than that, I mean, it is free. I mean, you're going to have to pay for your food, of course. When you get in, you want food or beverages, but the bands ain't shy. You can go right down there and see them. They'll autograph for you. That's what I love about Bluegrass. They're not going to walk away.
It's like NASCAR. It was real personable. Back in the 80s and 90s, you could walk right up and talk to somebody, and it's the same in Bluegrass.
Yep. So they're right there. Just come hang out with them. If you want, bring your kids. We want all the kids, but no, this year I've got Frisbees. I did Frisbees last year, just threw them out the crowd for the kids, and the parents would give them to them or whatever. This year I got Frisbees, and I got a bunch of gift cards, and I said, I think I'm going to do something with these. So the Frisbees may have something on the bottom of them for you, okay? There's like $300 worth of gift cards. So we're going to give back for people that come and contribute and support what we're doing. We're going to give you a little bit back if you get a Frisbee. Don't beat anybody up for it. It ain't baseball. Just try to catch it. Be nice. Yeah. But there's so much stuff that we got, and I want to help everybody as much as I can. So my heart's into this. So, and if you're a veteran, definitely come and enjoy it. The music's relaxing. It's calming. It's not going to get you riled up. And my nephew Eddie, I started this festival over. He's a veteran. He'll be there, and bring him up to stage and let people get to meet him if they want to say hi to him or whatever. But it started with him. Yeah. Wound up homeless in Chillicothe here, and anyways, that's where we started with this whole thing. We don't want any veteran hungry, so or living under a bridge. Shouldn't have to be doing that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So they fought and died for us, and I wasn't allowed to go to service. My mom told me no. So
I was the same. And then my son saw 9/11, and he says, I got to do something. And how do you say no?
Right.
But these guys and gals, they've gone, and they've been trained to live on their own and survive in all kinds of situations. And I think that's what kind of has led to some of the homeless stuff.
But they're not the same when they come back.
But they are not the same. You're absolutely right.
He is not going to be the same. So good kid when he left, come back, and it's just not the same. Yeah. So the mental stuff they have to go through and the stories they don't want to tell you is what's hiding inside of them. And that's, you hear stories about one of them doing suicide to themselves, and it's like, I can't believe that. But we're bringing, when you come to this festival, we've got the VFW is going to be there. We got other people that's going to be there. A fishing crew is coming to give veterans free fishing up in the Lake Erie. So you can sign up. It's free. They're going to take you out on a fishing trip for free. Nice. All you got to do is sign up. They're a nonprofit. There's some other stuff like that. So those veterans, or them people are going to work with the veterans to give you something special other than just some food or some music. There's other stuff we're trying to incorporate to help you. So you have to see what we got. I mean, it's something you're going to have to, I can't tell you everything. So I do want to say this, though. There is another company that's coming in. There's some disabled people out there, and we don't want you to say, hey, you can't come because there's no place for you to be there. This bus comes, if you have disabilities and you can't get into a normal restroom, they are there to put you onto that bus to make sure that you can use the restroom, or if you need cleaned up or washed, those people will do that for you. Nice. You don't even have to be a veteran. You can be a disabled person itself, and if you need any restroom assistance or anything, it's a shower, bathroom bus, and then people will, you don't have to do nothing, they'll do it for you. They'll help you. They'll help your family to get cleaned up.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, it's kind of nice. I was like, that's pretty neat to have that kind of stuff. So.
Yes. Is it too late for someone if they want to participate as a sponsor?
No. Nope. Anybody wants to reach out to me, we're a nonprofit, 501c3. We have a nonprofit behind us, and I'll tell you, it's called Bravo, Bluegrass Rallies Against Veteran Poverty. Okay, it took me 3 years to get that. Yeah. But we didn't change the name of the festival because it took forever, and I said, people won't know what it is, so we're going to keep the 7 Mile Festival. But Bravo is the nonprofit, and you can get a hold of me. I can send you the paperwork. You can fill it out. We'd love to have new sponsors. Every time we get a sponsor, we make if it's 200 or more, we may make a banner for you. The more you put into it, the more we do. So, and then we talk about you every 45 minutes at the show. When a band's coming off, we run through every sponsor and thank you for everything that they're doing to help us.
Very nice.
And then if you're a sponsor and you go like a $2,000 or more, we put you on the back of the stage, and then we call you up stage to give you a plaque and give you a cahoots right up on the stage too. So without sponsors, it don't run.
Right.
So, and everybody knows and me that where that money's going. So 100%, and money comes in, it stays with the festival. Yeah. So, yep.
And again, for those who want to attend, bring 6 items of
6 cans of food, 6 toothpaste, toilet papers. It could be anything, even paper plates. If you want to bring 6 rolls of paper plates, bundles of it, bring those in. Something, don't break your wallet. I mean, we know times are tough right now, but we want you to. Now, if you do not bring anything, we work on the honor system. You can go right on through. We're not going to stop you. We're not going to turn you away. Go on through. Maybe the next day you'll come back and pick up that spot. So we're not going to push anybody away. And if you say, hey, I want to contribute to the festival, I didn't bring any food, we have a container there, and you can put money in that. And we take that money that we collect every night, and we put that into a kitty that we actually turn it all into gift cards for the vets. Turn that into a gift. Well, I just do gas cards. So a veteran can get back and forth, and we turn that all into the VA. Gotcha. And get a receipt, and everything's good that way. Yeah. So,
this has grown so much. You've done a lot of productive things with it. And congratulations, first of all, on making this all come together. But like you said, God's involved, and whenever He's involved, His plan's going to go through. That's
right. I'm excited about the new location, but nervous at the same time. We're hearing the camping's doing very well, but I always think in my mind, it's going to rain. Well, I shouldn't have to worry about that no more because we can go inside. So show will continue on.
Whenever you put on an event, you're going to worry about something.
Oh, yes. I always used to worry about the weather because the other place, everybody was getting stuck. Yeah. And we would spend half the time pulling cars out or getting muddy and have to change clothes because we did something, fell down. So.
And there's always a farmer with a tractor there to help out.
Well, my brother Chuck did so much. He pulled so many vehicles out, and he was one that says, we got to get out of here. It's too much. But we really want to thank the last guy for letting us use the property. I didn't have no plan on doing a festival in my life. And this came up, and then that guy wanted me to do a festival out there, and then that mission became reality. And that's what started. It was me getting that story and putting my heart into it. I mean, I work on this every evening on something for the festival, and it's a year out. So we're working on bands already for next year and ideas. So if you don't get them now, you won't get them. So they always book ahead of time.
And if you miss out on a sponsorship opportunity this year, 2025 is around the corner.
Yeah, it's right there. You can donate this year, and we'll still have it. Yeah. We'll put you in for 2025.
Very cool.
That would be great. We can start building for next year because, like I said, the bands ain't getting any cheaper. Cost of everything is not getting any cheaper, and we would love to have you over there. I don't care if it's somebody right here in Chillicothe. I went to Raising Cane's yesterday with my son, and they gave me 25 gift cards.
Oh, fantastic.
So we're going to turn those right into the vets. So when we give a guitar away, those will probably be passed out at that point. So.
Very nice. Now, if you want to find out more, we've got the hyperlink to your Facebook page for the festival. It's right here embedded in this post. So just click on that. It'll take you right to 7 Mile Bluegrass Festival, and next thing you know, you'll be all informed.
Yeah, and the website's right there, too, so you can click on that, and it'll show you the schedule. Everything's right there. So, and say hi to us on there. Hey, maybe you'll be a follower.
and maybe take pictures and share.
Absolutely. We'd love people to share. If you're over there attending it, share it to us because that's what it's about. We got some good stuff that we're going to be doing for the kids over there, too. So bounce houses, stuff. Don't forget, we ain't charging you. We got a guy that donated 2 bounce houses to bring over, different ones. Yeah. And once you're in the gate, the kids can go in there and bounce around There's a lady going to be doing face painting. I don't think those two are going to get along. I guess the face paint gets on the balloons.
Probably, yeah.
But hopefully we'll work together as a team. And yeah, we don't want to charge you a dime on that kind of stuff. Come on through, and it's free for the kids. Have fun over there. So
And the kids will sleep well after they bounced all day.
maybe they'll pick up an instrument. That's what we hope.
And possibly that too, yeah.
Get hooked on the bug, pick up an instrument, want to play it, and be involved in bluegrass someday. So
That's how things continue.
yes.
It really does.
Yep.
Billy Self, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Ben.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you, buddy.
And maybe we'll have them back in to perform one of these days here from our Litter Media Live studios. Thanks again to Adena Health for sponsoring this edition of Litter Media Live.